Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 Club Championships, Club National Championships between Totara Park and Hutt Valley Marist. Game 20 on the games. We got the defensive lineup for Marist. Adam Preston.
All right, guys, let's have a good game.
Well, let's get this game started first, and then we'll go to the lineups.
So we've got Totara Park batting first, out there in their blue and white uniform. Hutt Valley Marist taking the field in this one. The night game, the light has faded. And myself, Gary Rahihi, I'll be doing the colour commentary for you. Please bear with Joe, the rookie, in the play-by-play seat. I'm sure he's going to get things going.
Yeah, just trying to get a little organised here. Been lucky enough to get an opportunity to do the play-by-play today and learning a bit from the expert, Gary Rahihi.
I don't know about expert, Joe. Thanks very much for your kind words. But, yeah, it's just a matter of relaxing and enjoying it like you always do, Joe.
Yep, so we got numbers.
We enjoy working together.
Yep.
So I'm sure we're going to have a good time in this game tonight.
Yeah, so we got number 66, Adam Preston, up, the shortstop, leading off for Totara Park.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Beautiful day here in Hutt Valley.
Well, it's a new one for me as well, Joe, and not just the colour commentary, but I've never commentated on Totara Park before. Good to see Totara Park going from strength to strength year after year now in the Hutt Valley competition. Very much the beloved club of our very own Damien Collins. He's out there at third base running the cutter for them.
Yeah, Damien's done a great job there. That's a pop up to the second base for the first out of the inning.
Nice work for the second base, Tom McCulloch out there for Hutt Valley Marist.
And that brings up number 11, the second baseman, Murphy Albright. What do you know about Murphy, Gary?
Well, they put me on the spot. Murphy Albright is a local lad, been in and around Hutt Valley softball for a long time, along with his brother EJ, who we saw playing earlier on for Dodgers. Very talented ball players in their time for Hutt Valley, and good to see both of the boys still plying their trade here locally in Hutt Valley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a nice line drive down the left field line, just foul.
The other thing I can tell you is, along with his brother, both boys possess a lot of power with the bat, and also a bit of experience, which is a team who's fairly new to this setup, Totara Park. I'd say it's been a few years, Joe, since they attended a club nationals.
No doubt. And Murphy gets on with a nice single to right field. And it brings up Tyrell Packer, number 8, the left fielder.
Well, the last name like Packer in Hutt Valley softball, you got to figure that he's got to be related to the Packer family.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's in line, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's part of the Packer whānau.
But a lot of work has gone in, Joe, to establishing Totara Park on the local scene. Done a pretty good job too, actually. Actually, they've done a very good job.
Yeah, line fine.
In terms of people who work hard for local Hutt Valley softball, you can't go past Damien. He puts so much into softball, not just locally, but nationally, with Ballpark Broadcasting, of course. He's one of the senior operators here. But also as a player, he does it. As an administrator, he does it. And as a coach, he does it. And as a manager, he does it. There's nothing that he doesn't do.
He's done a great job.
Very much the heart and soul of a club like Totara Park.
2 and 2.
Love him to bits, and that's why.
Well, we got a local derby here, a local derby here between Hutt Valley Marist and Totara Park.
Yeah, for me, it'd be interesting to see what Totara Park bring to the ballpark with their offense, because young Nicholas Need out there, the Canadian, played at the World Series in Mexico for Canada. He's a power pitcher. He is very, very accomplished.
Brings up number 68, the center fielder, Rico Morris.
Yeah, Rico's dad, Gerald Laypole, he's in the batter's box right now. So must be a proud moment for him. It always is if you get to play with your kids in the same team as your kids. You've done it.
No doubt. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So have I. Yes, I have too. So it is. It's actually very much a pleasure for a parent to play on the same diamond.
Rico's another multi-talented player. Plays a bit of rugby league and rugby. Always good to play a couple of different sports.
I can tell you, he also hits a mean golf ball.
All right.
Yeah, had the pleasure of playing a couple of rounds of golf with young Rico. Very talented all-round athlete.
Swing and a miss. Nice inning by Nicholas Need. And after a half inning of play, it's Totara Park 0, Hutt Valley Marist coming to bat. We'll be back in a few moments.
Nice.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting. Try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Weldtech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Ladies and gentlemen, to game 20 between Totara Park and Hutt Valley Marist. Defensively for Totara Park, the shortstop is Adam Preston. The second base, Murphy Albright. Center field is Tyrell Packer. Tyrell Packer is in left field. Center field is Rico Morris. Dimitri Perez is at the catching spot. Tom McMahon is at first base. Mitchell Shields at third. Josh Budge is in right field, and the pitcher was Nate Thiessen.
Here we go. Once again, there's quite a few of these players who are new to me, Joe, from Totara Park, so it'll be interesting to see what they've got. Last game of the evening as the light begins to fade and the overhead lights begin to take effect. Usually is the worst time of the day to try and see a softball, when your natural light's fading and your artificial lights are trying to make a difference.
Leading off for Marist is number 4, Magnus Kirstein, the shortstop.
Nice lead-off pitch, that. Good drop ball on the inside.
Yeah, would Magnus be another international, do you think, Gary?
The batter?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. Magnus, yes. I do believe he is. I think you're absolutely correct. Here we go. We're both learning things as we go. Another one that stands on the wrong side of the batter's box. Closer to first base than the right-handers.
Yeah, good lefty hitter. Nice swing on him right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, guys. Play! 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing, no catch.
Swing and a miss and a drop ball.
Drop
Gone
third
out.
strike enabled the batter to hustle towards one. Couldn't make and beat out the throw.
Brings up the second base, number 7, Tom McCulloch. Marist have been in the Prem 1s for quite a few years now and still building a strong team together.
Yeah, they've brought in some young talent. I think one of the things that's held them back a little bit is presence on the mound. The young Canadian seems to have gone a long way towards fixing that. They've had a lot of close games this year, but one of the things that hasn't quite clicked for them is their offense. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure they'd have turned some of those close games into victories if they were just able to get those bats going. You know what it's like when you're not hitting the ball, Joe. It feels like you're swinging a rusty gate.
Yeah, they're bringing in some youth, and that's always a good thing. On deck is the catcher, number 3, Caleb Taylor. Caleb's a young up-and-coming player in the Hutt Valley.
Yeah, he's been right through the ranks representatively with Hutt Valley. And there we see Nate Thiessen. Good picture of this lad. It's only early days. We're only just sort of seeing him. But Totara Park, Joe, came through playing this year in Premier 2.
All right.
So to see them stepping up to National Club Champs, which of course is an open tournament, you can enter it, is quite remarkable.
No doubt about it.
And good on them.
Yeah, I think it's a great privilege to play in this type of tournament and also give the young kids some experience.
Yeah, you're right. Experience at this level will be invaluable to them. Of course, a lot of them will already have played representative softball. Caleb Taylor, the son of Stacey Taylor.
Yes, he is.
Played a couple of years ago at the Under-19 World Series in Palmerston North. Would that be right?
Yeah, no doubt about it, yeah.
2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Early in the ball game, neither team have managed to get themselves a start yet.
Nate Thiessen has a nice presence on the mound.
1-2, guys.
Tall, slender.
Yeah, it looks like he's capable of hitting some good spots. You won't want to throw too many like that last one, especially if he's got runners on base, but good job so far.
Just fouled away.
Back in. Yep.
A little bit late on that pitch. We got a piece of it.
There's the Hutt Valley sun just breaking through, probably as it's about to dip below the hills. The old days are not lasting as long lately.
No, but we got another month of daylight savings, so that's a nice thing to have. Nice inside drop ball for the 3rd out. And after 1 full complete inning of play, it's Totara Park 0, Hutt Valley 0. Totara Park coming to bat.
Nice arm, Ben.
Nice work. That was good.
Nice arm.
The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech, and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High-performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 Club National Championships. I'm Joe Fariso here with Gary Rahihi doing the Totara Park Hutt Valley Marist game. Leading off for Totara Park is number 14, Gerald Leipold.
Well, of course, Gerald Rowley, as he's known locally, very well known in Hutt Valley softball circles. Been around a long, long, long time. In and out of the game in recent years. Back with to share his wisdom with Totara Park. But I can tell you, in his day, a very, very talented softballer.
Oh, no, he's definitely a good softballer, Gary. I saw him having a little bit of a conversation with his jersey being out of his uniform. What are your thoughts on that sort of style?
I don't know if it's style so much as he just doing what he can to be in uniform. But we won't touch on the reasons of why he has to leave it tucked or rolling. He's a hell of a nice guy.
No, Nicholas Need is really getting into his work in the second inning.
Yeah, I've seen this guy in a couple of tournaments now. The under-19 tournament was the first one that I saw him in this season. Very purposeful, very strong, commanding, pitches with power, but also has good control of his rotation.
And Gerald gets K'd on that. For the first out of the inning, brings up number 33, the catcher, Dimitri Perez.
Dimitri's a new player on me,
Yeah.
but like most catchers, he's bound to be able to bat.
Yeah, Dimitri was with the Dodgers, Gary, a few years ago, and
Yep.
took a year off to play rugby, and now he's back playing with Totara Park, so good to see him playing.
Yeah, it's good to see. So often you get players drift off to play other codes. Good to see one that manages to find his way back. In this case, Dimitri.
Nice rise ball.
Really is hitting the top of the zone with that rise ball, and it's what's getting the Totara Park batters swinging at it. We saw it in the previous game with Paniki Kilburney, where Josh Merritt, who possesses a very good rise ball, just wasn't getting control of it, and it was rising too far out of the zone and not tempting the Ramblers batters to go for it.
You can tell an experienced player from an inexperienced player by them laying off that rise ball.
Yeah, the ability to do it, because those of us who have played a lot of softball know how hard it is when you get a pitcher that's a good rise ball thrower of a good rise ball. Very hard to lay off it. Pulls the strings on that one.
Yeah, good change up for the second out of the inning. Brings up the first baseman, number 21, Tom McMahon. The shades and shadows are starting to come in on the infield.
Yeah, it's sort of that time of the night where the sun's due to disappear, but you're going to get a period of that ball travelling through shadow. As I said before, when the natural light begins to fade and it's still waiting for the artificial light to come on, it's actually the hardest time of the day to bat. Things very much in favour of the pitcher at this time of the night.
Nice change up again by Nicholas.
Yeah, I think of the pitches we've seen today, he's probably used it more than anyone I've seen. Maybe other than Nick Hayes, who very much uses it as a weapon. And why wouldn't you when you possess his kind of velocity?
Yeah, that's a nice pitch for the third out of the inning. And after 1.5 innings of play, It's Totara Park 0, Marist 0. We'll be coming back after a message from our advertisers and sponsors.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 Club National Championships between Totara Park and Hutt Valley Marist. Hutt Valley Marist coming to bat.
Number 6, Lucas Lohman there at bat. Hutt Valley, along with Totara Park, haven't really fired a shot in anger with the bat in the ball game yet.
It's been dominated.
I'd say we'll find out whether that's weak batting at the moment or whether it's strong pitching. I suspect it's a combination of both.
Yeah, this game here could be dominated by the pitchers. They're both internationals, and they're both somewhat inexperienced teams. And like you said before, Gary, the Totara Park team coming up from the Prem 2s to Prem 1s, it's a pretty big step up.
It is, and that's why it's been so good to see them here. And very much will be looking to not just make up the numbers, they'll be wanting to make some impact on many of the teams that they play against in this tournament.
It brings up the designated player, number 69, Michael Thompson. Michael, a homegrown boy from the Hutt Valley, played for the Cardinals and the Dodgers for a couple of years, and now has found a home with Hutt Valley Marist.
Well, of course, Hutt Valley, like Wellington, beginning to suffer from the lack of numbers in the Premier 1 division. We already saw very strong Miramar club unable to field a Premier 1 side this year, which is a big shame. Such a proud club with a long, proud history in Premier 1 softball.
Yeah, I heard when I was at the NFC that Miramar may be trying to resurrect the men's team, and hopefully that happens in 2024-25.
Yeah, I really do hope, you wish for these benchmark clubs, I suppose you'd almost call them, to always want to be there. Miramar's one, and of course it's been many years since we've seen it, but how good would it be to see Cardinals playing in the Premier 1 division again in Hutt Valley?
Yeah, the Cardinals are dear to my heart. And Tommy Downs is doing a fantastic job keeping that club together.
Yeah, absolutely. The list of names that have been through that club that are of national significance is as long as your arm. And it's just a shame to see a club like that can't put the teams on the diamond that they used to. Oh, there we go.
A hard hit ball to third base. Had a little bit too much time and threw that ball in the dirt.
couldn't complete the play, but it's Hutt Valley Marist's first opportunity to...
I haven't given us a pause at the end of the row. Like, I know what you're saying, the back fourth, but I'm happy with the pause he's given us at the end. I'm happy with what he's giving me. Thank you.
Okay, Gary.
Interesting conversation there between Stacey Taylor and the umpire about...
Yeah, so what do you get with that? Stacey's coming and asking the umpire, is he pausing for the 2 seconds? What are your thoughts, Gary?
I until he said it, I hadn't noticed it, but... you know, like most of the pitchers we've seen today, he's very busy at the mound and wastes no time getting back there ready to pitch, which I think is actually a good thing. What he's talking about is that 2 second pause that he's got to be in that go position, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll just try to take a look at that a little bit and see if he is pausing. I think he's pausing enough, but we'll
right there,
keep an
isn't
eye
it?
on it. Yeah.
But hey, that's a coach's job. You know, they spot those sorts of things. They've got to bring them to the attention of the umpire and make sure the umpires are keeping an eye on these things. We've had a few calls today of illegal pitch, mainly to do with lifting front feet, plural.
That's a fly ball to short left center field. Nice play by the left fielder,
Yeah, well done.
Tyrell Packer.
Out of all the outfielders that were heading towards that ball, I actually didn't think that was the left fielder's ball.
No, but he came on.
He came in.
He fought off the sun. And here's the replay.
Yeah, I thought that was automatically centre fields.
All right, guys, here we go.
But yeah, you can see he's made a lot of ground.
Nice play by the left fielder.
Another one of those plays, Joe, that was made to look easy, but actually wasn't.
That brings up 99, Bronson Marino, the first baseman.
A little
Bronson's
bit
been
of
around a while.
A little bit of experience with Bronson, as he happens to be my son-in-law, but
Good. Yep, that was a big swing on him. Good to see him taking his cuts.
very much one of the experienced players in the team now. Bronson, many years back, was in the Junior Black Sox program, played the World Series in Whitehorse, I believe it was, in Canada.
I don't know which one he was using. Don't know if he really cared.
And after 2 full innings of play, it's Totara Park 0, Marist 0. Totara Park coming it back. We'll be back after a few words from our sponsors.
The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech, and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
100.9 and 94.9 Atiawa Toa.
When the radio's on and the sound's hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We love the music to be. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa.
Atiawa Toa.
All the best throwbacks.
Yep. Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an exciting game between Totara Park and Marist. A beautiful play by the second base to get the runner at first for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, you've got Hutt Valley Marist just flexing their muscles in their infield there, showing us that they've got a bit of defence going, and they're not going to give up those bases freely or easily.
And as Judge Barge would have ground out to the shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Just the sort of innings that pitchers need, Joe.
Yeah.
He's only thrown, 3 pitches and 2 outs, so 1 to go, and he might have only thrown 4 or 5.
And that brings up number 65. Who do they have a 65 here?
They brought in a pinch.
We'll find out who that is. And it's a nice play by the third base over the first for the third out of the inning. And that's 1-2-3. And out of the inning, it's after 2.5 innings of play. Totara Park 0, Hutt Valley Marist 0. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Weldtech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You're watching Game 20 of the 2024 Club National Championships. I'm Joe Fraser. I'm with Gary Rahihi, and we're in the bottom of the third inning. Leading off for Marist is number 14, Caleb Poihippy.
Well, you've got Marist into the bottom of their order. They go Poihippy and Roberts before they go back to the top. They will want at least one of these guys on base before they get to the top of their order.
A nice strike right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, Nate Deason, he's been doing a good job. But we did see both Stacey Taylor and Scott Easthope confer with the umpire and just questioning his pause out there, while the umpire has had a word to Nate Deason about the time he takes before he pitches the ball.
That ball's fouled off and out of play, and the catcher gets it back to the pitcher pretty quickly. And Thiessen gets back to work.
It's been a good job by both pitchers. Marist getting into the second and third at-bats against Thiessen. Now they are starting to get a bit more contact. We saw them get a couple of runners on base in the previous innings. So they're going to want to carry that momentum into this innings.
Ball, just low.
1-2, guys.
Going to the change up there.
Yeah, it's a pitch we're starting to see both pitchers use effectively. I've seen a couple of pitches today where I didn't think they used it enough. It got them out of their speed and accuracy was getting them out.
The ground ball is short and misplayed by the first base. Tough throw. And Caleb Poihippy's on.
That's 2 in a row for the Totara Park infield. They've thrown into the dirt. First base must feel like he's got a bit of a target on his back for poor throwing at the moment. But 2 bases, that's cost Totara Park so far in the game.
Brings up number 19, Jacone Roberts, the center fielder.
So with Poihippy safe at 1 and Roberts at bat, they will now see the top of their order with at least only one out, possibly.
Nice low strike by Thiessen. Low.
Couple of pretty experienced coaches out there for Hutt Valley Marist. Michael Foot, Scott Easthope. I think they'd be looking to move Poihippy within the next pitch or two.
And as you call it, it's a bunt. And he's out at first base on a close play. And just as you called it, Gary, he went for the sacrifice bunt and did his job.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a good job in the end. And nearly safe in it as well. A very close play.
Brings up the shortstop, number 4, Magnus Kirstein.
In
Beautiful
the end,
play.
it was a very good play by Murphy Albright to pick that up and shovel it to first base all in one movement. Kirstein it is, the leadoff hitter for Hutt Valley Marist, number 4.
Another bunt. Good speed, and he beats the throw at first base. He looks to possibly go to second. Nobody was covering. And finally, 2 players for Totara Park get to second base. Good heads-up play
Must
by
have been very
Packer.
much a bang-bang play there, Joe. We'll hopefully get a look at that and to see just how close that was.
Kirstein showing great speed there. First and third, 1 down.
Really is Hutt Valley's Marist opportunity to get themselves going.
Watch yourself, watch yourself.
Is out a bang-bang play. Marist trying to play the 1-3 and get doubled off.
Well, they nearly did it, but cool heads prevailed. It was Totara Park who held their nerve and executed the plays they needed to get the 2 outs. Well done them.
After 3 full innings of play, it's Hutt Valley Marist 0, Totara Park 0. Top of the 4th coming up.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the top of the 4th inning. The bunts are starting to come fast and furious. Totara Park has a lead-off single.
Executed well by Murphy Albright to get Totara Park going. And in a similar fashion to
Ball high.
what we saw Hutt Valley Marist do, there's more contact being made by the Totara Park batters now that they've seen Nicholas Needs pitching on more than one occasion.
That's a swing and a miss. This is number 8, Tyrell Pocket, a left fielder. Made a nice play in left field the last inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's fouled off and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Really does have that rise ball on a string at the moment. Very hard for the Totara Park batters to get onto it. I think coaches ought to be looking to getting that guy across the 2.
Ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Murphy at first base with none down.
With none down for no other reason than to see if Caleb Taylor's arm is up to it.
That's fouled off on a rise ball. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. It'll be interesting to see if they get Murphy in motion.
Yeah, I just think the game has been ticking with no one really sort of, trying to force things.
Ball inside.
Trying to put pressure on the opposition by forcing things. And stealing bases does that. We saw that with Parkland's Christchurch United earlier today, where they stole a whole heap of bases and put their opposition in that game under a heap of pressure.
That's low. And Packer works out a walk. First and second. Brings up number 68, the center fielder, Rico Morris. Damian Collins, the third base coach, calls a little conference.
Yeah, he's got runners in motion now. He's got none out. So what he really needs now is just to make sure they're all on the same page when it comes to whatever they're going to do to get these runners across home plate.
So you got Rico Morris and then Jarol Leopold in the on-deck circle with his shirt out.
I think you might have to let that one go for the rest of this game, Joe.
That's inside. Nice play by Caleb Taylor. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, Parkland's Christchurch United this morning actually stole third base about 3 times. And that's the sort of pressure that I think the teams in this game need to start putting on when they've got bodies on bases.
Nice inside pitch to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Interesting to see if Coach Collins puts anyone in motion.
Yeah, because you're in danger of just waiting for something to happen. And you know as yourself, as a coach yourself, Jay, don't you, that sometimes you've got to try and make things happen.
Yeah, I think there are times for the sacrifice bunt. I'm a big believer in getting runners at third base with less than 2 outs.
Yeah.
That ball's up and out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He just talked about the willpower to stay off that rise ball. Young Rico's got it as he stayed off that one.
That's fouled out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's coming.
If he can get one on the grass out there, I very much think that that's going to be a run in the bag.
Okay, yep.
Well, Murphy Albright has got good speed, and we saw the speed of Tyrell Packer out in left field.
Thanks, guys. 2 and 2, guys.
2 balls, 2 strikes, none down. Runners at first and second.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, prime opportunity for Totara Park. This really is a big opportunity for them.
Swing and a miss for the first out of the inning on an inside drop ball.
Nice job there done by Nick Need.
It brings up number 14, a designated player, Jarol Leopold.
What? Doubles up.
You see how good Rolly's eye is in this light. It's not great out there while all those artificial lights are beginning to take effect.
Jarol just calls time, gets set. Here's the pitch. Strike right down the pipe. First strike at a bat. No balls, 1 strike.
Right on that inside trend line. That's probably where I'd be looking to put the next one as well.
Strike 2 right down, and Leopold squared to bunt, but laid off, and that was a ball that looked like you could hit.
2 strikes, guys.
Yeah, it ended up across the middle of the plate.
You're right.
Just fouled, just got a piece of that ball.
Really did have to get a little something on that because that was heading for strikeout territory, that's for sure. Riley did exactly what he needed to do, get something on it.
Swing and a miss. And a pickoff play. And Murphy Albright just gets back. And that's the second out of the inning. Brings up the catcher, number 33, Dimitri Perez.
Well, I talked about it when there was none down, Joe, and they had runners at 1 and 2. They had a prime opportunity to either sacrifice bunt or just steal and at least force something to happen. Now they're in a situation where they're 2 down and something has to happen or they're out of the innings.
And Nicholas Need just drew a beautiful high drop ball for a strike.
No.
Rise ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1, guys. Help me out, baby. Come on.
So now the situation changes for the coaches out there, doesn't it, with 2 down. It's all about contact with the bat now.
Here's the pitch. Just inside. Good laying off by Perez. And there's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, just. Yeah, no further.
That's low. Gets away from the catcher. He scurries back. He gets a little lead off. He throws it into center field.
Oh,
The runner's going, and he's safe at second base and safe at third. So a little mix-up.
well, almost a comedy of errors there. Forces the runners to go to 2 and 3. And Hutt Valley Marist end up being almost the architects of their own demise there. That could quite easily have cost them a run. As it is, it's cost them 2 bases.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the pressure just mounts there.
Yeah, you got time.
And I know I'll go back to it, Joe, but if they'd have made something happen when there was none down and there were runners at 2 and 3 in that play, it'd be 1-0 right now.
Time's out, guys. We're gonna have a chat.
You're right there, Gary. Stacey Taylor getting a little bit of info from the third base umpire.
3-1, guys. 3 balls, 1 strike.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Top of the 4th. Tocha Park got runners at second and third. And that's fouled off for a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. All of a sudden, Gary, the people in the stands are getting loud. The benches are starting to get a little bit loud, and we're starting to feel a little energy in the ballpark.
Yeah, well, the game was just drifting along there for for about an innings or so there, and you just kind of felt like you had the coaches waiting for something to happen, but there's been a bit of excitement in that innings.
This is a new ball as well, so.
There was an inside pitch right on the tram line, like you mentioned before, for the 3rd out of the inning. And after 3.5 innings of play, it's Tocha Park 0, Hutt Valley 0. And we'll go to our sponsors.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to 2024 Club National Championships. What an inning that was, Gary. A lot of excitement, couple of runners nearly scoring, balls flying all over the place.
Well, we got the feeling for an innings or so there that things were drifting along a little bit, Joe. And just in that inning, of course, in the background of all that, the longer things go without teams scoring, there is pressure building on both teams, on both pitches, on the batters. And we just saw the culmination of that a little bit right there. Hutt Valley gave up a couple of errors. Totara Park helped themselves to a couple of bases.
It's a strike right down the pipe. Number 7, number 7, Tom McCulloch, the second base, leading off. Thiessen getting back to work. Here comes the pitch. That's outside, a little up.
Very impressive, both the pitches. They've dominated the game from the mound, limited the opportunities for both teams on base. And it may come down to just one run at the end of the day for this ball game.
Strike on that inside corner. Both pitchers looking to get that inside corner.
I just don't think you can hang that much of your body over the plate and then be surprised that the inside pitch gets called a strike.
Absolutely. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That's low and inside, but Thiessen is looking to pepper that inside corner.
There's an interesting message, or a great message actually, from Doug Roberts in BC and Canada. Good luck, Nate and Nick, doing BC proud. Nice work, Nate Thiessen and Nick Need. 2 Canadians doing well all the way over here in New Zealand.
That's a good swing, but just missed for the 3rd strike. And the first out of the inning. Brings up the catcher, number 3, Caleb Taylor.
Now we're back in the similar situation as we were before all the fireworks in the previous innings. The 2 pitchers going to work on the batters. The batters struggling with the 2 pitchers. Let's see if Caleb Taylor can shake things loose.
Nice drop ball for the first strike.
It's the first time for me watching young Nate Thiessen go to work. Very impressed. It's good spots, got good command of his rotation.
That's fouled off on a bit of a rise ball. Caleb Taylor just missed that one.
And it seems to me with his velocity, he's only going to get stronger and stronger from now onwards.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. That's a nice shot to center field. Caleb Taylor's going to go to second and go to third. Here comes the throw. He's safe at third base.
Lovely bit of batting there by Cowboy Taylor, and definitely see some emotion coming out of that Hutt Valley dugout now as he helps himself to a stand-up triple.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be fielded by the left fielder, but got all the way to the fence.
Yeah, he just hit it. He just got it in the middle. It just went all 2/3 of the way out there on the ground and just beat all the fielders to the fence.
It brings up number 6, Lucas Lohman, the right fielder.
Now we're in the bottom of the 4th innings now. What price would you put on a squeeze play right now with none out?
Oh, that ball's hit down the line, sailing away foul. So all of a sudden, the bats are starting to get alive.
Yeah, well, this is what tends to happen, Joe. The batters have seen the pitching now on 2 or 3 occasions. They get used to the speed, they get used to the rhythm of it, and now it's up to the pitcher to just try and break things up a little bit. Maybe by going off speed more often, or, you know, working in a different part of the plate.
Yep, no balls, 1 strike, 1 down, runner at third. Thiessen's. Lohman squares, Lays off. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Only one down. With the runner at third base, this is the clearest opportunity that both teams have had, with one runner on 3 from both teams now.
Swing and a miss, and a good swing at that. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. I was just going to say, Gary, would you have had a little sacrifice bunt there?
Yeah, well, that's what I mentioned. You know, once again, you try and get in and second guess the coaches. But I just keep coming back to that. If nothing's happening, then surely you've got to start trying to make things happen. And Caleb Taylor helped that with his hit out to the centre field fence. But now, you know, in order to get him, you know, that's 60 feet from third to home, you got to make something happen.
Oh, just low. It's a good pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, runner at third. Swing and a miss. A big pitch by Thiessen on a drop ball. That's a big out, Gary.
Big out, because now you're 2 down, and that takes that opportunity to maybe go for a squeeze play away. We also see Caleb Taylor.
Okay, we got number...
you also see Caleb Taylor making way for the runner.
Okay, we got timeout. Damian Collins going to have a little powwow. Wants to make sure everybody's on song here with 2 down. The runner at third. Just to let everyone know, stay tuned. We've got the Ramblers. Nick Hayes, guest of ours, coming in the next inning, I'd say. And we'll be having a good chat with Nick, asking him how he's feeling. He's looking in good form. And looking forward to getting some of his thoughts on the NFC and the tournament that we're in right now. Okay, we're back to the action. Oh, I got a pinch hitter. Number 25.
No,
we don't. Okay. Now this is number 25, Caden Alexander Hall. They put on Michael Thompson.
Yep, put him out there.
Interesting line drive to left field, foul. Interesting strategy, Gary.
Well, you'd think if you put 1 on, why wouldn't you put 2 on if you're looking for the forced play, which just doesn't exist at the moment until you put somebody else out there. So really, it's not much has changed, other than the opportunity to move another body further around the bases.
Caden Alexander Hall lays off that, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, first and third.
Having said that, though, Michael Thompson is also the DP, so he will be there for his batting. So maybe just seen as too dangerous to have in the batter's box at this stage.
An illegal pitch call now, and a huge call here by the umpire. Calls an illegal pitch. I think it was for the pause that Stacey Taylor made. Here comes the replay. Let's see.
You definitely wouldn't have said that was 2 seconds, but we're only seeing it in slow motion.
Yeah. If we could see maybe another replay.
It's the blue that has to make that that call, though.
Yeah, I think Stacey Taylor just put the seed in the umpire's head.
Yeah, and then that was backed up with Scott Easthope as well. The umpire himself had a chat with Nate, and that's cost them a run.
Yeah, a big run.
In the context of this game, that's huge. we're in the bottom of the fourth innings. They hadn't neither team had gotten close to looking like they were going to get a run. Very interesting. Well, would you call that a bit
nice
of a
play.
brain
That's
explosion?
a bit of a bang-bang play. A little ground ball by Lohman. He was beating it out at first base. The catcher held on to the ball, and Michael Thompson thought he would throw it. It got tagged out at in between home and third. But Marist scored 1 run. And after 4 innings of play, it's Marist 1, Totara Park 0. We'll be coming back after a word from our sponsor.
Rusty Bumgardner has done it all. But this year, Rusty reaches a whole new level of softball success. He's going to Beijing.
Rusty. Rusty. Rusty, have you seen my glove?
As the equipment manager. Good luck, Rusty.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 Club National Championships. I'm Joe Fariso, and I have a special guest, Nick Hayes, here with me.
Howdy.
How you doing, Nick?
I'm good, man. Good
Yeah,
job.
thanks for spending some time with us. What are some of your thoughts? I guess first, we saw you just recently at the NFC, most valuable player, top pitcher. How did you enjoy the tournament, and how do you feel?
No, it was awesome time with the boys. I always like getting around that bunch of boys, and when a good team comes together, it kind of just takes care of itself, and results come naturally.
Yeah, and I did have a chat with you when we were up there in Auckland, and it seems like you have a nice lifestyle in Australia at the moment, and the whānau's all good. Coming down with the Ramblers for the Club Nationals, how you feeling?
Yeah, no, pretty excited to be back in Hutt Valley. I haven't been back here for probably a good 5 or so years, and I mean the last time I was back here, the club room, the grandstand was all up there, so it's all a new scene. But I'll tell you what, she's pretty gold. That Southerly just hits you, eh?
Not a bad look from this station here.
No, it's good. No, it's an awesome to sit back and just watch softball in the peak of New Zealand.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, and I guess from a Black Sox point of view, are you looking forward anything about the Black Sox, or are you just taking it one tournament at a time?
Oh, I'm probably looking to get named first, Joey.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a while since I've been back in that frame of mind, but no, to be honest with you, it's just coming back to play softball. Anything that happens after the fact is just a byproduct of the work we've put in throughout the year.
Yeah, good on you. It looks like you're in really good form, and we sort of wish you all the best. We'll talk a little bit more. We'll get back to the action just for a minute or two. We've got a 2-ball, 2 count, 1 out. Marist got a run in the last inning to take a 1-0 lead.
Controversial run, yep. We don't like to see that as much as it does. We like to see people win games, but sometimes, you know, we've got to call the right calls.
No doubt. I mean, you never want to have it on the pitcher on a pause call.
Is that what it was, pause call?
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, we got a warning last night that there's going to be any zero tolerance in terms of no warnings, just straight out the gate. And, hey, at the end of the day, there was a comment made by someone, and it was, get him to do it legal. And if it's not legal, then, well, you send yourself.
Yeah, and I guess some of these guys now have the experience, although the 2 young pitchers here, Canadian pitchers, are pretty young. But with the zero tolerance and getting the warning, I guess that's where the call came from.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, if it's not a legal pitch, then take the home base.
Yeah, good point. All right, we got Budge squares around to sacrifice. Swing and a miss by Josh Budge for no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at first. Totara Park need to make something happen. Have you had an opportunity to watch a few games, Nick?
No, this will be... we watched the end of the last game. Not sure who was on before us, but then kind of got a glimpse of that and just catching up with this game now. But it's always good to watch a game after you've played.
Yes,
you know?
No doubt about
just
it.
To sit
just
back
to
and
relax.
just enjoy the night. Yep.
Yeah. And are you doing any scouting about any teams, or is that provided to you by the coaches?
No, Nate's an onto-it creature. You kind of just go into a game. He just tells you what to do, and you do it, and then it always comes to fruition. He's one of these people who constantly applies himself to the game, is very knowledgeable to the game, can still compete at the highest level himself, you know. You'll see him out here this weekend, no doubt, with a bat, and I guarantee he's going to be a very tough out. He could check on that black jersey any day of the week when he walked into it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he keeps himself in tip-top shape, and you wouldn't have anyone more knowledgeable than Nate.
Yeah, and not only that, but he's a very good people person. Like, he's very approachable. You can communicate with him. He's always wanting to give other players opportunities to learn. I mean, I've had a conversation with him a couple of times, and he's like, I would like to work with that person, but he doesn't play for my team, you know?
Yeah.
He sees a lot of potential, and he knows how to unlock that potential, which is a great thing about him.
No doubt, yeah. All right, we got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. On Adam Preston, the shortstop. Swing and a miss on a rise ball for the 3rd out of the inning. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's Hutt Valley Marist 1, Totara Park 0.
This is a bit of a hometown derby, is it?
Hometown derby.
Yeah, who's got bragging rights?
I'm not sure just yet. We'll come back after a word of our sponsor, Nick, if you can hang on with us.
Easy, mate.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Weldtech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Game 20 of the 2024 Club National Championships. I'm Joe Fariso, and I got a special guest, Nick Hayes from the Ramblers. Nick, we were just talking off air about some of the pitchers that were getting some work today, and you mentioned Chappie getting some work. Great to see him coming back into form and getting some training. What did you think of his work today?
You know, Chappie, he throws hard, and he's a big part of New Zealand's future in softball, and he's obviously a very power pitcher, and when he's healthy, you know, he's an absolute will beater. So the plan of attack is to get him nice and healthy and then build up towards the end of the year and obviously higher honours and whatnot. So he got through today. He unfortunately got a little bit of a hit out right field. Well,
Yeah.
hey, we all make mistakes. Like Romy got a nice big home run today. And,
right,
but that's life, you know. It's always about gearing up and facing the top batters to
Sure.
test yourself. And
No doubt
obviously
about it.
Romy won that battle, and
Yeah.
I look forward to the next time to make sure it doesn't happen again.
No, that's awesome. All right, we got Marist up. We got Bronson Marino.
The big Bronny.
Yeah, you
the
know
Skinner.
Bronson from your days
The big
of the
Skinner.
Hutt Valley. You would have played with Bronson a little bit while in the Hutt Valley.
Played with Bronson for a long time, and then also in the junior side as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had a roots, really, from Marlborough days, Nick, and then coming to the Hutt Valley. I guess Wellington and the Hutt Valley. It was a pleasure having you with the Cardinals years ago. We had you flying the Cardinal colors.
Yep. Well, that's where it all started. That was my my entrance into the journey of the New Zealand side kind of through Mark and through Dave Workman.
Yeah.
So that was, you know, every team I've played for, a lot of people give me a bit of grief about the teams I've played for, but every single time I just see it as an opportunity.
Sure.
An opportunity to help a team out and also progress myself in my journey.
Well, we certainly loved having you at the Cardinals, and Dave Sorensen and Mark Sorensen and that family. And
got to get down, mate.
Bronny tries a bunt, a little angry with himself. That's the first out of the inning.
Bronny's changed. He would have gone into the dugout back when I was in the younger days, and he would have thrown his toys. But it was always a good scene. I was always pick the boys' morale up after that one.
Yeah. That brings up number 14, the third baseman, Caleb Poihipi.
He's another good hitter. I've seen him around quite a bit from back when I lived down here, and he's definitely someone who can put the ball in play.
Right, a little, Poihipi thinks that's a little up in the strike zone, but it's in the book.
There we go.
Nice. Oh, that's a foul. That's a fair ball. Umpire called it fair. Nice running by Poihipi to beat it out. Good bunt. And I think we need to see a few more bunts with this turf.
Not only that, but it's just taking it back to basics. It's not trying to push the bunt. It's not trying to running bunt. It's just simple. Put the bunt down, and then make the effort to get the first.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to get the first before you put the ball down.
That's right. And they got to catch the ball,
Correct.
field it, throw it.
Yep.
And that brings up Jacon Roberts, the center fielder. That's up and out of the strike zone. Marist seem to have just that little bit of energy now, a little uplift.
That's all it takes is momentum. You get that one run behind you, and all of a sudden your chest are out a little bit. You know, you walk a little bit prouder because you got that confidence going in, knowing you got that lead. I know definitely as a pitcher, if I get a run support, you know, it takes you to the next level of confidence.
Well, the run support you got in that last game was impressive.
That's the only hard thing about the Bloomin' Ramblers, you know. You can't really get your 7 innings in because they don't allow you to. They get too many bloomin' runs.
True.
But hey, you can't knock good work.
No doubt about it. Yeah, you got hitters there 1 to 9, and Ramblers would have to be one of the top teams in this tournament.
Oh, I'd probably go and say 1 to 13, you know, and I'll be that 13th one, you know.
All right. Will they let you have a bat?
I had a bat this morning,
Joey.
Joey.
You did have a bat. Oh, good on you.
You asked Tracy Tapey. I had a hard line drive for a shortstop.
All right, okay.
She put it down as the error, though. I don't know what's going on, Joey.
Jesus.
Oh.
Swing on a nice inside drop ball.
I seen Danica back in New Zealand.
Yeah, Danica's back in New Zealand, and she's down in Christchurch, going to play for the Saints in the Club Nationals.
Yeah, nice.
So, yeah, good to see her back playing. Gives Ann and I an opportunity to come to the ballpark.
Exactly.
Joe, my son now, has made me a grandfather.
Yeah, I heard about that, yep.
So,
time for him to step up in the world responsibility-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's got his son and baby Kai Wilson Fariso. So proud moment for my wife and I, and congratulations to Anika and Joe and
yes, correct.
baby Kai and Aunt Anika.
Yeah. Well, going on Kai, my son's Akai.
All right.
There you go. Good Joey. Good name.
Good stuff.
Where's he? Is he still in the US or is he back here now?
No, he's back here. He's living in Belmont at the moment.
Still a police officer?
Still a police officer. And we got the first out of the inning. Was that the second out?
2 down.
That's 2
down.
down.
And then
Yep.
that one now.
Good you're paying attention, Nick.
Oh, I love softball.
That's just outside.
It's good to see overseas talent also coming back to New Zealand and playing, it's only going to upskill the game here.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, these two pitchers here are from, I guess, British Columbia.
The Canuck.
The Canucks.
Yep. I had the pleasure of having a conversation with them at the NFC, and they're good kids. They just want to play. They want to learn.
Swing.
And they're enjoying their time thoroughly here. So shout out to the Marist and the Totara Park community for hosting them, because I know from their communication they've had a blast.
Yeah, no, and it's great to have those internationals in New Zealand. It does upskill our players. We don't see the pitching like that in Hutt Valley, especially. We're shorter pitches. And to have these two plus the Danish pitcher that we've got for the Dodgers.
And it's only going to strengthen our offense in New Zealand as well, because you're seeing quality all the time.
No doubt about it. Absolutely.
Also can give the boys, a little bit of aspiration to work a little bit harder with their pitching, to say, hey, I'm still here.
That's right. That's fouled off. And it's a great experience for these young boys, too. Yeah. I mean, to see a bit of New Zealand. I know they've traveled around a bit. They've been to tournaments. They're seeing the New Zealand way of life, which is different than Canada and any other parts of the world.
No, it's like I said before, they talked to me about their experience so far, and they just love it.
Yeah,
they just said, I'd
great.
love to come back here.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
That's a nice inside pitch.
It's always hard when you throw inside to a left-handed hitter. It's just because you don't go there oftenly. It's often overlooked by the umpire.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's maybe a pitcher's perspective on it, but
yeah.
Yeah, you're predominantly looking at that outside corner, and then you come inside and give not only the batter but the umpire a bit of a shock, and it's like a oopsie daisy moment.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right on that one. Well, you have more experience of that than me, but yeah, the lefties seem to always cause a little havoc.
Yes.
The umpires don't see enough of them, so yeah, they don't see that inside pitch.
But then, hey, at the end of the day, I suppose umpires are human as well.
No doubt.
Yeah, we all make mistakes. If they do make mistakes, or maybe pitchers are making mistakes.
I've never had a problem with an umpire.
That brings me to another couple of highlights. Back in the Cardinals days,
yes, yeah.
The love of the hot head, Joey. Get angry, Joey. Get up for it.
That's fouled off. Yeah, we've got the magnesium going now, so to keep me nice and calm. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Big pitch.
Swing and a miss for the 3rd strike in the inning.
To that inside pitch and got it. Nice pitch.
Nice pitch. All right, after, I guess, 5 full innings of play, Marist lead 1-0. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage, and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project, with creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 Club National Championships. We're in the Hutt Valley, home of Hutt Valley Softball, Fraser Park. Beautiful scenic field over here. Stadium is full still. And we got a really good ball game, 1-0 to Marist. And that is
nice
a
take.
line drive by right to the second base. Well hit.
Well, we really are in that time of night now where the lights have taken over. It's a lot easier to see out there than that half light we had before. And that was a nice piece of fielding by the man out there at second base for Hutt Valley Marist.
That brings up number 8, Tyrell Packer. Bit of a controversial call for that first run of the inning, Gary.
I agree, and it would be a shame if that decides this game. It's been a great game of softball. These two teams, it's been dominated by the pitching, but there has been contact with the ball. There has been opportunity for both teams to move bodies around the base, and for it to be possibly decided by an umpire's call, which is also fair enough, but it's not the way you really want it decided.
No. There's 2 balls, no strikes on Packer. Oh, 1 ball, 2 strikes, sorry. Yep, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Nicholas Need is just going to get back into his work in the top of the 6th. And that's a little bit low. Need thought that was a strike, so did Caleb. He just wants a little clarification from the ump.
I must admit, I'd have been tempted to put my hand up in the water strike to that one as well, but we'll leave it in the Blues' hands. They're doing a fantastic job.
Inside.
As
3
they
balls,
always
2
do.
strikes. Well, Totara Park really want to get a base runner. I mean, Murphy Albright hit that one on the button. It would have been extra bases, but they need to get base runners now and get back in this ball game. It's only 1 run.
Yeah, I mean, when it's only 1 run, anything can happen. And you are getting into a stage of the ball game now in the top of the 6th innings where teams really need to make things happen.
Yeah, well, Totara Park's got their runner at first base. There's 1 down. They got Rico Morris batting and Jerome Leipold in the on-deck circle, so they got some good hitters coming up.
But that'll help as well. It's going to move the runner, or is it? It is. Boom.
Oh, heads-up play, bang-bang play. Packer took off for second. The ball went into center field. He could have possibly made it to third.
Yeah,
held
interesting
up there.
Now things are getting interesting as Totara Park are giving themselves an opportunity now to come back in this one. Only need 1 run, like you said, and that really is nothing.
Here comes the pitch. That's right down tram line for strike 1. Rico Morris wasn't far behind that one, and if he hits 1 on the button, it's going to go.
Yeah, he's definitely strong enough and capable of sending this one into the ether out there now. It's dark enough to not see that ball if it makes it over the fence.
He lays off the rise ball, which is showing good batting.
Runner showing great restraint out there, I thought, not to take off on that drop ball.
Yeah, you don't want to make an out at third base at the moment.
No.
And the base hit probably scores him. And that is a base hit. Here comes Packer around third, coming home for the tying run. And Totara Park, just like that, tie up the ball game 1-1.
Absolutely fantastic piece of hitting from young Rico Morris. Really did break this game open now. Got them the run they needed here in the top of the 6th. Scoring that runner from second base.
Here's the replay. He just hung back on that, took it to right field. Packer showing excellent speed to cross the plate and tie the ball game. And we got a bomb burner going here.
It is now, and the pressure's been building throughout these innings. Where, at times it's felt like it's drifted along, but in the background that pressure's always building. Every innings that goes by with both teams haven't scored a run is building pressure.
I know it's building pressure on my pen because I just snapped the top off of it.
There's one over there, I think.
We'll make use of it. Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. Ball. And all of a sudden, the pitchers just get a little tense.
They do. All of a sudden they're not quite hitting those spots like they were. And that all provides opportunities for the offense.
That ball is a strike and just looked a little bit low, but it's in the book.
We still are not seeing the opportunity taken to advance runners using a steal.
Yeah, good point, Gary. That's inside, and I think it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's just see. Yes, it is. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Let's see if they get the runner in motion.
They'll have to.
Oh, just unfortunate ground ball. Doubled up, lay pulled. And that's where putting the runner in motion.
Doubled up the lay poles and what was probably the slowest double play I've ever seen in my life.
After 5.5 innings of play, it's Totara Park 1, Marist 1. We'll be coming back after a word from our sponsor.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Welltech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 Club National Championships, Game 20 against Hutt Valley Marist and Totara Park. I got a special guest, the captain of the Black Sox, Cole Evans. How you doing, Cole?
Good, mate. Thanks very much.
Yeah, we got a bit of a barn burner here. Totara Park 1-all. What are your thoughts? What would you be doing if you got in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good game. Just caught sort of the last couple of innings. Been very dramatic. I mean, you're just looking to get someone on base and manufacture a run. Obviously, there's a bit of pressure on your pitcher in this situation, so look to make him throw a few pitches and, yeah, and work a walk or just manufacture a run and put some more pressure on.
Okay, we go with no balls, 1 strike. On Tom McCulloch, the second base. It's inside. What about playing at a time? It's this is the 7 o'clock game. It's 8:25 now. The lights are just taking effect, and you know, is it a bit of a different atmosphere playing in a day game than a night game?
Yeah, it is a little bit different, mate. I mean, in all honesty, the lights are pretty good down here, so in that regard, it's not too much different. But yeah, I mean, the grass gets a little bit slippery, a little bit dewy. I mean, especially in a 1-1 ball game in the 7th, it's, you know, the lights do add a little bit of aura to it as well. But, yeah, there's a decent crowd on hand too. So, yeah, everyone's been gladly entertained.
Yeah, no, everybody's here on the edge of their seat. It was good to see Totara Park come back and tie that ball game up. It was a little bit of a controversial call on the pause with a pitcher. You don't want to see a game determined by that.
No, exactly. That's what I was saying to someone in the stands, mate.
Nice play by the pitcher for the first out of the inning. And we've got these 2 Canucks. They're from British Columbia, Nate Thiessen and Nicholas Need. We got a replay on this. Nice play.
That's good.
Look what I found.
That's tough, man. As a pitcher, with that coming back at the rate it does, they're pretty impressive. Very athletic, those pitchers.
Yeah, they're enjoying their time. It's great to have them in New Zealand. We have them in the Hutt Valley, and they're helping just bring the standard up.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's good to see them helping out.
Oh, it's fantastic to have international talent down in New Zealand too, mate. Obviously, we've sort of been starved of it in the last couple of years with the COVID and all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, it's great to see some young talent come down, and it's awesome for them to be able to play with the teams they do, and it allows them to compete and play at this level.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, do you have many internationals up in the Auckland region?
We do have a few, mate, yeah. There's a couple of teams that have a few players. Hibiscus Coast is one of them.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, we've seen them quite a few times this year in the intercity competition and across tournaments. I enjoy it, mate. I like it. I think it helps the standard of softball in the country. And
Nice hit to right field by Caleb Taylor. Caleb had a triple the last inning and brought in Marist' first run of the ball game. Yeah, the Hibiscus Coast pitcher, is he from, where is he from? He's a Danish player, isn't he?
yeah, there's a couple, I think it's one Danish bloke, there's a couple Filipinos.
Ah, right.
Yeah, they got a good side. I think we play them tomorrow, actually. So,
okay.
yeah, it should be a good game.
Just outside. He's had a good game against PK just before this game. Any work-ons for the rest of the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, the way we jumped out to a good lead, 3-0 lead in the first, and then to give it back to them in the second, they tied it up in the second. I mean, in the bottom of the first. Yeah, I mean, it was good work by PK, but it's something we need to work on, and when we get out to a good lead, we need to sort of shut that next one down.
Sure.
This is a good game.
This is a good game now. We're in the bottom of the sixth, 1-1. Runner at second. Just the pressure starts to build.
This is it, mate. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
2-0 count. Runner on 2, 1 out. It's a big spot.
Oh, nice play by the third base and a good pickup by the first baseman to get that out and to hold the runner. And there's 2 down. Totara Park still not out of the woods. Brings up a good hitter, number 69, Michael Thompson.
It's a good play to prevent the runner on second moving up.
Yeah.
Like if he's on third with 2 outs, it's a lot different story. Obviously, even builds even more pressure. You got the pass ball in play.
The pause.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And hopefully Thiessen has learned from that.
Yeah,
because
I'm
they did
sure he
say,
will be.
and I spoke to Nick Hayes earlier about the zero tolerance, and,
Yeah.
and they weren't even going to be giving out warnings. So I guess Thiessen is a little bit lucky because the umpire initially gave him a warning.
Right.
And so when he got caught, I guess that next time,
It's a you
it's
have
a
to, right?
no-brainer.
Yeah, your hands are tied.
That's
you
right.
don't have a choice in that situation. I mean, you never like to see that, but
Yeah.
if it's in the law, so.
That's right. Okay, no balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Umpire calls time.
Just to add to the
Yeah.
drama.
Yep. This is what you get from the club championships. This is a hometown derby. Totara Park and Hutt Valley Marist, both from Hutt Valley.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see.
And there you go, the runner's at third. And now you just got to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah.
No illegal pitches, no pass balls.
Yeah.
Just builds the pressure.
Exactly.
Big spot also for Michael Thompson, the batter. Fouled off the plate. You can feel everybody just taking a big sigh.
Exactly, mate. That's the pressure I'm talking about.
Yeah. This is what softball is about.
That's right. Great product. Like
Yeah.
you said, 2 hometown teams. Good young talent. Decent crowd on hand. Under the lights.
Yeah, yeah. And Totara Park, I mean, they've been playing in the Prem 2 grade all year, and then to come up into this tournament.
Yeah. They look good.
Yeah.
It's a good job by the catcher. Keep that in front.
Yeah, the down and in ball is a
Yeah.
tough one to catch.
Yeah. Turn the hand over.
Yeah. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at third. Here's the pitch. Reached, and it was strike 3. So that ends the suspense for that inning. We go into, after 6.5 innings of play, Totara Park 1, Hutt Valley Marist 1. We go into the bottom or top? Top 7 after 6 full innings of play. We're going to the top. We'll get back after a word from our sponsors.
Your world, your color, your choice with Racine.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2024 Club National Championships. I'm Joe Fariso here with Gary Rahihi. Totara Park are up in the top of the 7th. If they win this ball game, it'll be the first time in over 30 years, and the last time they won this tournament is 1986.
That's a heck of a long time ago now, Joe. That goes back to some pretty decent times, actually, for Hutt Valley softball when they were very, very strong. And I believe their last tournament since then is 1990. So to come back and compete this year, all credit to them.
And I just want to mention, give a special shout out to Cole Evans for the time he spent in the booth. It was great having him. Great having his insight. He was even getting caught up in this 1-1 ball game and feeling the tension that the players were having. And it was great to get his insights.
He said to me while I was chatting to him outside the booth there, he says it was a good game and he was getting into it, and that it was a 1-1 ball game.
Okay, we got a little substitution. Number 21 is out. And number 2 is in.
So Jericho Wharehinga comes in for number 21, which is Tom McMahon.
All right. Yeah, top of the 7th inning. Nice pitch on the inside corner. Nicholas Need getting into his work.
Well, getting in, he's well and truly in the 7th innings now. So if you're not in by the 7th innings, you're never going to be. But what a display both the young Canadian pitchers have put on for us tonight.
Yeah, great display of pitching. And I love the way they're pitching in terms of their quick. They get into their work nice and quick, and it makes for a real fast ball game.
Yeah, there's been no real hanging around with either of them. And it's a similar style to, we just had Nick Hayes in the booth. Similar style to him. He's another no-nonsense pitcher. Just gets back on the mound and gets on with it.
That's inside. Nicholas still wants to work that inside corner and make that his.
Well, he's got to keep the ball away from the hitting zone now. You're talking about one swing of the bat, one run ahead could potentially be the end of this game.
Yeah, and this...
So if you can...
Whatarenga is getting some good swings on the ball.
So if you can get Totara Park out of here without impacting the scoreboard, you get yourself the final opportunity in this ball game, barring extra innings.
That ball's up, and Totara Park's got a runner at first base.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting towards 20-9 now at night here, and there's still no lessening of the volume out there, especially from the Totara Park dugout right now.
Brings up number 99, Mitchell Shields, playing the third baseman. That's a foul ball. Interesting time now, Gary. Do we put anything in play? There's one down, runner at first.
We haven't seen either coaching team looking to do it. I still think it's an ideal opportunity to put pressure on and get runners in motion. There's still nothing wrong, even in the 7th innings, with bunting that runner across the 2.
Sure.
Just to get him that much closer to home plate.
Surprises you?
It does surprise me, yeah.
Yeah, I must say we haven't seen a lot of push bunts or bunts. I know. Yeah, I would be probably putting a few down.
Yeah. Both teams have had that opportunity to get bodies moving, and even if it's a steal, we still haven't seen either catcher's arm tested at 2 from stealing. And at this time of the night, probably not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah. The ball's up.
You got some pretty quick athletes out there. They can get around the bases in some pretty flat times. So
fouled off. Pardon me. One down, runner at first. Let's see if we get him in motion. Not yet, fouled off.
Yeah, you're kind of relying on that man and the weapon in his hand, and that is his job, to hit the ball, but there's so much more that can be done to help him.
I agree. That's a ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That foul. Now we got a little controversial here. Wait a minute. We've got the umpire called the runner out at second base because he drifted. And there was no call on the foul ball, but I agree that
that's going to be out at home plate as well.
Let's see the
batter.
replay here.
Interesting call. The batter didn't help the ump out by falling down on the ground and going ouch.
No.
It sounds a bit funny, but the batter's got to indicate.
But the
somehow,
runner at
somewhere.
second base has got to stay at second base until the call is made.
Neither of them help. There's an awful lot of inexperience in both of those calls there, or both of those plays by those players.
And I guess that's a little bit of the inexperience of Totara Park.
They definitely cost themselves an opportunity there, and that's all that's done is give Hutt Valley Marist opportunity now to win the ball game here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah.
We've seen players today who we know it didn't hit them in the foot, sprawled all over home plate going, ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds a little bit, Hollywood, but you've got to give the umpire the impression that that ball hit you.
No
if
doubt.
Yeah.
And especially if you're in a batter's box, you got to make it you got to sell it.
Sell it. Exactly right.
All right, well, we're going to go into the bottom of the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1. We've got number 25, Caden Alexander Hall, the left fielder. He's been hitting the ball pretty hard all day.
Yeah, we saw a certain extremely experienced player from Hutt City today fall all over home plate when it didn't look like the ball had hit him in the foot. And that young man for Totara, it looked like it likely did hit him in the foot, but he certainly didn't show it in any way, shape or form.
Well, we got a 1-1 ball game anyway here, and if Marist don't score, there's no harm, no foul. Nice swing and a nice rise ball. Nate Deason is still throwing the ball well.
Very well. This time of night, when it's about probably 10 or 12 degrees cooler than it was when they started playing, when the sun was still out.
No doubt. 1 ball, 1 strike, none down, bottom of the 7th. That's a swinging strike on the sinker. Drop ball.
Yeah, he dropped that one into the deck and pulled the strings on it as well. Changed the pace.
Alexander Hall is in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's inside. I was talking to Nick Hayes about that inside pitch on lefties, and he said they don't get many calls from umpires on the inside pitch to a lefty, which is because they don't normally see the inside pitch to lefties, or lefty batters in particular.
Yep. It's an interesting one, eh? I also see a bit of variation on the outside of the plate between left and right-hand batters.
That's fouled back and heads up.
Took a piece out of that chair. Some of the furniture starting to suffer from being here all night as well.
We got the count as 3 balls, 1 strike. I just want to check with the umpire what we got here.
Yeah, now I thought it was 2 strikes because it was 2-1 at one stage here, wasn't it? Yeah, so it's full count.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Big runner here.
It'd be very hard to see that.
Line drive to left field. Alexander Hall. Yeah, the left fielder had trouble with that all night long. I mean, it's just one of those things in this ballpark.
You're looking up into the night sky. You're looking straight into that light there. It's you just lose it, and you do not. You always feel sympathy for outfielders in that situation. It was a fine piece of hitting as well by Caden Alexander Hall.
And that might be just what Marist needed. Now we got none down, runner at second base. I know what my call is.
Yeah, yep. You've got to get him. How high water from there to 3. And somehow you've got to get him across home plate.
Yeah, you got an experienced batter in Bronson Marino.
Yeah, Bronson will be in no doubt as to what his job is out there.
Almost playing it like a tiebreaker.
Is it 1 out? None out.
None out.
Yeah, this is a straight pop fly.
got to be careful. There's no pass ball or anything.
So many options for coaches out there in this one. I mean, you could be looking for the pop fly. You see Bronson shaping to bunt there. Get the runner across the 3. That's not a bad play either. Certainly going to put the infield under pressure if he bunts.
Nice play. Bronson did his job, got the runner over to third base. He's a solid bunter.
You talked about experience. That's exactly what he needed to do. Did exactly what he needed to do. It's almost treating it like an extra innings play with the runner at 2.
Absolutely. Yep. It brings up number 14, Caleb Boy Hippie, and he's a good hitter.
And even though we're in the bottom of the 7th, it's a tiebreaker, isn't it?
It is a tiebreaker right now. Well, if Marist will have to treat it like that, that's for sure. All right, we got 1 all, 1 down.
Again, these options are plenty for the coaches here as well. The squeeze play could go. The pop fly would be the ideal. Anywhere on the grass would be ideal. The infield's all the way up. Oh, that's going to do it.
Unbelievable play. He held the runner through to first. He had the runner dead to right, and the catcher didn't catch the ball. Umpire calls him safe. That's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you can see the feeling that was in there in that one on that play.
He held him. Here comes the throw. And let's see if he touched the plate. Yes, he did. He did touch the plate.
Yeah.
Left hand touched the plate.
I saw that in real time when he did it. He put the hand down on the plate.
Well, Gary, it's a great game. 2-1 to Marist. Had a lot of twists and turns in there.
In the end, they put young umpire Andy McManus under a bit of pressure out there.
Yeah, well done, well done.
Well done to the Blues in that one, but a great game of softball. Local derby game between Totara Park and Hutt Valley Marist. Great game of softball, Jay.
All right, well, Gary, if you had a most valuable player, who do you go with?
Oh, gosh, it'd be hard to choose between either of the pitchers. They were under so much control out there. So the tiebreaker for that one for me is the winning pitcher, so we'll go to Nick Need on that one.
Okay, yep, well done. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. I want to just thank Gary Rahi, my partner in crime today, doing the color commentating. I want to thank the broadcasting crew for giving me the opportunity to do the play-by-play. I want to thank all of the crew for the replays and get me on song. And so we'll wrap it up. Atiawa FM also. We'll wrap it up. Game 20 is over. We'll be ready for another big day tomorrow. See you and signing off. Ciao for now.
Well done, Jay.